Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast. I'm IndyCarTim. I am not at our DSP Media Studios today. We've had some inclement weather today. We had like a cold front come through and it put the temperature down to 92.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit different. I'm at my home studio in the thriving metropolis of Little Elm, Texas. But that guy over there that's always here up in, I almost said Monroe City, Missouri. That's that other dude. I don't even know why I almost
That's
said
the other dude. Who is
Overland
he?
Park, Kansas.
That's right.
PGA of America member, Mr. Johnny the Gerb Man, Gerbinator Gerb Face. Hi, Johnny.
Well, I don't know what to say. Hi, or cuss you out, or please think up some new stuff. I don't know.
Okay, sorry. Let me. You want me to do it again? Joining us today, as he always does, live from Overland Park, Kansas.
That's a lie because it's not always.
It's pretty much always. PGA of America member and former mini tour winner, Johnny Gerber. Hello, Johnny.
I'm not even going to reply to that, Lance. I'll start calling you Lance as soon as you start doing that. But
gross.
Hey, good afternoon. Good afternoon. You've been in your studio. Your what is that? Is it your bedroom? Your office? Your
yes, and my home studio. Yes.
I was going to say some other things, but we got a lot of people watching, and we need to keep this PG. So we'll go ahead and say British Open week. British Open, not the Open Championship. I know this is your favorite week here. You love this. You love this so much. You just. It's just like that. It's just like that person that grows on you. Like you don't like them at first. I was that way toward you. You were that way towards me, right? You hated me at first. You like it,
dude. I did not get Johnny when I first met Johnny. I thought he was the most pompous, egotistical, self-centered ass that I've ever met in my life. And I've met a bunch of those guys, including Justin Leonard before that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what? Why is fucking Big Red friends with this dude?
No F-bombs.
What the hell is he doing with this guy, this clown over here?
Yeah,
sitting across from me at this restaurant for his birthday, for Stacy's birthday, whatever the hell it was.
That's how frustrated you are. You had to drop the F-bomb. You had to get your point across, right? So it was so... Who's the guy wearing sunglasses? Who is this?
You were, man. You were wearing your sunglasses at the table inside at the restaurant.
It was bright. It wasn't bright.
It was dark. It was freaking in Fort Worth, and everything's dark in Fort Worth.
No, I love Fort Worth. Actually, it's going to be my new home. And anyways,
it is. It's about to be.
Yeah, but that was so funny, and I didn't really remember because there was was like 20, 25
there
people.
There was a lot of people there. Yeah.
And Lance was like, it was probably more than 30. There was a lot of people. And Lance was like, what do you think of Tim? And I was like, who the hell's Tim?
Literally sat across the table from you and talked to you for an hour.
Yeah. He said, the guy you've been talking to. I was like, oh man, I think he's okay. He's like, well, that's the guy we're doing this podcast and stuff with. Yeah. He's Dallas legend and all this. And I was like, oh man, all right, cool. Maybe I need to pay attention.
Man, we need to write a freaking book or something about our interactions early on in the friendship, because it's pretty.
And it's just peas and carrots.
It is what it is. You continued to talk to me and allow me into your world even after I referred to your favorite tournament, your favorite course up there in Columbus and Dublin as Muirfield Valley.
Yeah.
Live on the air as we were previewing the Memorial one year, like in 2018.
Yeah.
Johnny looked at me. You were on the phone, and Johnny looked at me. He's like, "What are you doing, dude?" I'm like, "I don't know. I thought it sounded smart because I knew what I was talking about."
No, Lance said that. He's like, why are you doing? I was on the phone.
No, that's what I said. Yeah, Lance looked at me, and he's like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I'm like, "What? What does that not sound smart?" He's like, "It's Village." I'm like, "Oh, what's a V word? Whatever."
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't hear me, and then you just like laid out. You're like, who's this clown that's interviewing me right now?
I guess that's it. I guess that's the end of the show.
See you later.
Guess that's the end of the show.
I would much rather be talking about old times in Muirfield Village or Valley than what we're going to talk about today. Because, look, I have so many problems with the British Open. I have so many problems with where it's played. I have so many problems with it being a major and it having literally any importance on the PGA Tour schedule. It's unnecessary. This golf course in particular is unnecessary. It doesn't need to exist. I would rather watch them play a freaking putt-putt course than Royal Troon. You know what it is? It's a Royal Cartoon is what it should be called. I just don't get it.
Okay,
Please
you let me know.
explain to me what is. They're not even in Great Britain. It's the British Open. They're not in Great Britain. They're in Scotland again.
Well, Scotland's part of Great Britain, isn't it?
I don't know what is. Look, okay, we have England, we have the United Kingdom, and we have Great Britain. I thought they were all just England.
There's 5. So there's England, Wales. Did you go to school?
No. But Wales is not part of England.
It's part of Great Britain. Great Britain.
I know. What I'm saying is that, look, I don't know the difference of any of these things. I thought England was England. I thought England was Great Britain. And I thought England was the United Kingdom. I didn't know that that meant like all of those other places too. Look, dude, I'm in America. And Canadian.
But you're Canadian.
I'm coon-ass Canadian is what I am. I'm an Acadian is what we call it.
What do you blend is there ever been somebody that's a blend between Canada and Louisiana?
Where do you think? Okay, wait a minute. Where do you think?
The French Canadians.
The French Canadians are the ones that settled southern Louisiana.
Yeah, I wouldn't be proud of that. I wouldn't.
The Acadians. We're Acadians is what we
The French Canadians are, first off, they're cheap. They're cheap. I'm stating facts. This is your fact.
Oh no, you're absolutely 100% right. And they also don't speak French. They speak French Canadian. Do you know that Parisian French and French Canadian are 2 entirely different languages?
100% is it.
And most people from France can't talk to a French Canadian because it's like nobody understands. It's really weird.
Yeah, no one likes the French in it either. So it
good day, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we have the British Open, as some like to refer to it as, mistakenly, by the way, the Open Championship. And I have an issue with them also referring to their winner as the champion golfer of the year. Okay.
I have a problem with that.
Huh?
I have a little problem with that.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's part of my issue. Like, okay, that literally describes every single person that wins every single tournament anywhere in the world. I could win my city tournament, and technically I'm a champion golfer of the year.
Well, we're not going to, you're not going to win anything. So I get your
I won a tournament once. I won some tournaments in high school.
You keep referring to high school.
Well, that's the last time I played competitive golf.
Is that when you were popular in high school?
Oh, I dominated.
No.
We need to have some of my that's what we need. We need to have some of my former golf buddies from high school on sometime and reminisce a little bit about crashing golf carts and throwing clubs into lakes and wrapping putters around trees.
That makes you a winner for sure. No doubt about it. It does.
Just like my mentor, Lance.
Yeah.
Big Red, Dorset. But yeah, so I mean, it's the British Open. You have obviously a lot more respect for it as I do. And I kid a little bit. Like, I get it. I understand it's old. It's historic. This is the 152nd version of it. To me, that's the only cool thing about it. I don't like the golf courses over there. I've never played St. Andrews other than it being a really old historic course and the home allegedly of where golf was invented. You know, so what?
It's overrated.
I went to the original Yankee Stadium one time. I thought that was really cool. I'm okay with my history in sports.
Yeah, it's certainly, St. Andrews is certainly overrated. But it is cool to be on the grounds. But there's a million. I mean, there's a lot of other golf courses that are a lot better than St. Andrews, and you're looking at one right now in Royal Troon. We talked about this before. It's not my favorite type of golf. I mean, when I was over there playing, I didn't like it that much. There's a lot of other reasons why I didn't like it. I mean, you know, the weather is terrible. I don't like that type of golf. It's just a personal preference. And, you know me, and I was never the one to be out there 6 hours in terrible weather, but I also never was the one to sit in a hotel either when I was traveling and playing. But there's nothing to do there. Like there's nothing. So, you know, you look at something like that, but there is some really good golf courses. But when you mention St. Andrews, not to get too far off Royal Troon, St. Andrews, if I have a pecking order of golf courses that I played there, it's probably 5 or 6 max.
Really?
Certainly. Oh yeah, Carnoustie, Murrayfield, Royal Troon, these places, obviously. But there's a couple cool holes, but that type of golf just doesn't get it for me. And I'm more of a American Parkland traditionalist, tree line, old school, 100-year-old. I like that type that's defined by trees and gives you an opportunity. But in terms of the championship itself, I mean, yeah, certainly it lends to, more of a perseverance in terms of mental more than anything else, because of the weathers and the conditions that you have there. And you see that a lot. I mean, you look at the guys who've really won there, they're very kind of stoic and kind of bulldogish, especially last year. When you look at a guy like Brian Harmon, who won and is revered on tour as one of the tougher competitors. So you see that. So it brings out some of these different elements of people's character, and good and bad. I mean, certainly good and bad. So I like that part of it. I also like the part that, we can either come in at night or get up early and watch golf. I like that. And we had the same that we had last week at the Scottish Open. But, it is cool. I mean, listen, you have to embrace it. We get it once a year. I mean, let's just embrace it. It is a part of history. You do have it, like it or not, Tim, like it or not, you're not going to be able to change what it is. You're not. You don't have that power, Jay Monahan. You don't, Jay.
I have way more power than he does.
Well, that's not much these days, right? I mean,
exactly.
So Greg Norman, you want to be Greg Norman and run, live, and do all that and have that power?
I like to feel I'm a better person than Greg Norman is.
Well, that's not hard to be. That's
exactly.
not hard to be.
Exactly.
That's not hard to be. But listen, embrace it. It's we get it once a week. I think it's pretty cool. A lot of people love it just because they like to see these guys struggle. I mean, it's like playing golf in March in Ohio. Like, you just don't never know what you're going to, and even Dallas in February, like, you just don't know. Mm-hmm. And part of that part is cool. And you can really weed out a lot of people in that tournament who doesn't have the mental fortitude to kind of play this type. And like I said, it is a major championship, and you get a lot of accolades and you get a lot of things if you win this thing.
Yeah, and you're obviously the champion golfer of the year, for whatever that's worth.
In Great Britain.
Yeah, over there across the pond. Good day, mate.
Yeah.
That just applies to every foreign country in the world, in case the listeners haven't figured that out.
Well, yeah, you've tried. Even in Japan, it's still good day, mate.
Hung Sung Chao, mate.
Yeah, that too.
That too. Now, I will give mad props to the trophy. The claret jug is pretty freaking amazing.
Only because they drink out of it. Stop.
Well, drink out of it. No, I just think it's a look. Now, I would have more respect for it if there was just one, and they had to pass it around every year. No. Like let's see, the most popular and awesomest sports trophy that's ever existed, Stanley Cup.
Sure.
The real sports trophy. I mean, that would kind of be cool. I don't know if any of those exist outside of the Stanley Cup. But.
Well, there's a story behind it that why they don't do it. It was lost, right?
Yeah.
So the story. It was lost. I think it was Gary Player. I don't remember who. I think it was Gary Player actually.
Loses a lot of stuff.
Yeah, well, the trophy's as big as he is, so he's going to lose some of that stuff. That's about one of those.
Oh,
deals.
Gary Player shouldn't even.
But he lost it, so that's when they started getting the replica of that. I think it was him. It was somebody. I think it was somebody. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was Gary Player that had lost it, or somebody, and that's the reason why they do it. And it's sitting in the RNA, the original one sitting in RNA. It still gets engraved and all that, but. I think it's actually pretty good that they do it, because who wants to keep drinking out of somebody else's deal every year? Any Stanley Cup, I mean, that's a big deal. Like the Stanley Cup, it's a big deal. And
I drank out of the Stanley Cup. It was a big
Did you?
Deal. I have drank out of 1999. Yeah,
very nice.
I drank Crown Royal out of the Stanley Cup.
Who put Crown Royal? So does the players in the Stanley Cup each player get to choose what they put in it? When they take it
every player gets it for a full day,
and then they put whatever they want
with it. They can do whatever they want with it. They go. So I hung out in the late 90s at a bar in Carrollton called Lone Star. It was the Lone Star Beach Club. They had like sandpit volleyball in the background. It was also a biker bar, and one of the
beach and biker.
Yeah, Richard Matvechuk, one of the defensemen of the Stars, was a part owner of it. And him and Darian Hatcher, some of the stars would come hang out there all the time. And it was a very low-key place. Like, everybody there knew them. It wasn't a spot where they were going to go and get recognized and autograph hounded. But I used to play foosball. Me and my roommate at the time used to play foosball with Darian and Richard all the time. Madonna would come in and play foosball. Ed Belfour used to hang out there all the time. And,
at that time, I'm sorry, at that time, the Stars were hockey wasn't really that big in Dallas, right? I mean, it is not like it is today, but it was
bigger than now. It was bigger than now.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it had only been here. Let's see, they moved here in 94. So it had only been around 5 years and they just won the Stanley Cup. So winning in Dallas makes you popular, right? Doesn't matter who you are. So no, it was huge and everybody was being recognized. But yeah, Matvacek brought it into the bar one time and we were all drinking out of it. And there was even some people doing some other stuff off of it that we can't really talk about. But
nope,
you know,
don't.
A lot of that stuff going on. But that was really cool, man. The Stanley Cup's pretty amazing. My favorite trophy. But the claret jug, I will give it props, because of the history behind it and stuff. I'm all about history, and I even love golf history, which is weird because I hate golf over there.
Yeah, but
it is what it is. It's the last major of the season. It's going to be our last chance to watch Tiger Woods probably fail, as it's his first time over here since 2016, by the way. And there's all sorts of betting out. I was looking at it earlier, if he's going to play the weekend, make the cut. And
bet it.
Of course he's not. He's not going to make the cut.
Yes, he is. He's going to make the cut. Yeah, absolutely.
Why? Okay, but tell me why. Because you know more than me. What's your reasoning for that?
So the issue with Tiger in these tournaments has been the wear and tear on his body. This is the easiest. This is it. I don't think he can win because they can't make enough birdies. You're going to have to shoot 12 to 14 under. We'll talk about that a little bit later on, but he can make enough to where that like two under par is probably going to make the cut max, maybe even par, just depends, because the first couple of days is not going to be crazy windy. And the first starting holes are not going to, the backside isn't going to be playing nearly as hard. And it's an easy walk. There's not a lot of taxing walks on this golf course for him. And that's his biggest issue is, some of these, if you look at the US Open and, Pinehurst isn't the hardest walk, but when it's that hot, it's not the easiest walk either. So I don't think it's nearly as treacherous around the greens, and he knows where to miss it. Like he knows where to kind of meander his way around. And I certainly, if on top of our betting, if I'm pondering, I don't really like to get off skew and get off schedule of how I play, how I handicap the event. But certainly I like the odds of Tiger Woods making a cut.
Wow. Okay. Well, our favorite here, as he is literally every most boring time he plays a tournament, Scotty Scheffler.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that was the wrong button.
Scotty Scheffler.
You like that other one better too, though, don't you? Scotty Scheffler here. We're getting into our odds after the first break, but of course he's going to be your favorite looking into it. But this is of course, because it's a major, it's a jam-packed, star-studded field. You've got, of course, Xander, Bryson here. All the Live Golf guys are here. Ludwig Aberg, John Rahm, your brother, Maura Coward, Brooksy, some of the other young players that are coming up. Everybody's – I looked at tee times a little bit, but I didn't see when Tiger was scheduled to tee off yet.
9 o'clock-ish, 9:30, somewhere in that 9 o'clock window.
Usually look at those. So he hasn't made the cut at an Open since 2018. He finished T6 then. He's only teed off at this tournament 3 times over the last 7 playing since 2016. So, man, I don't know. I just don't see a lot of good things. Again, we've talked about this before. I don't see a lot of good things for Tiger in the future ever for the rest of his career unless he wants to go to the Champions Tour, which I think would be freaking amazing for the Champions Tour because, Tiger's a draw. I think Tiger's still a draw.
No doubt.
On the PGA Tour.
He's still the biggest draw. No doubt about it.
He has value there. I don't think his value is what it was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, especially 20 years ago. There's no way.
No.
The expectation isn't the same for him to compete like he did that long ago with the injuries. And for Tiger, had he not sustained the injuries, I don't think age would be a factor for him right now, like at all. The way he was taking care of his body physically.
Well, that's manufactured, though. You got to realize, this is speculation, and I'm only going from what I hear is how he's taking care of his body wasn't natural, right? And that's why his body had broke down. So, I mean, I'm not a doctor. Yeah. I mean, you think that's natural?
I mean,
no.
I don't know.
So, well, I mean, basically,
I haven't seen him
his
without
body.
his shirt on.
his body broke down because of what he put in his body in terms of to make him bigger and stronger.
No, I see where you're going with it. No,
So,
I see where you're going with it. I hadn't heard that, and I mean it.
Oh yeah, I mean that's not something. This is not a hot take or breaking news or things like that. The people were in the know, and so I'm sorry, Tiger. Everybody knew, so don't block me out of your phone. So,
well, I didn't know.
No, just like
I never
Scotty.
saw him with his shirt off.
It's not about that. It's not about his shirt. It's like his arms and your tools that you need for golf, your limbs, right, and your core. It's not about your chest. It's not golf guys you don't see guys with big bulky chests. It's just not part of what you need for golf. But you certainly don't do. If you look at him in his transformation of his body, and you think that's natural, yeah, OJ and OJ didn't do it, right? So there you go.
Well, OJ didn't do it. So are you now saying Tiger didn't do those things?
Okay, good for you. You think that good.
I do. I vehemently think that because I know who actually did it.
No, okay.
Want to get into some OJ talk now?
No, go ahead. Next show.
I didn't. Well, there is no next show.
Okay, exactly. Tonight. That's my point.
We should do a podcast about the OJ murder sometime.
Do you remember where you were when where?
I was in a hotel in Fort Worth spending the weekend with my wife at the time.
Which one?
Number one. This is wife number one.
Well, you have to clarify wife and kids.
Well,
you can't say.
Well, I didn't have kids yet at the time that I know of. It was 93, 94. So yeah, it was wife number one, and we were in Fort Worth on a little couples excursion. We just come in from dinner. I was walking in. She was going to get in the shower so we could go out later for some stuff, and then I turned on the TV while she was getting in the shower, expecting to watch some NBA Finals action. And boom, there's they're talking OJ and the Bronco chase and all this. And I was like, we ain't going anywhere the rest of the night. I want to see how this ends. Not knowing it wasn't ever going to end.
Yeah.
But no, I walked in, turned the TV on out in Fort Worth, and there we were. What about you?
I was in Austria, believe it or not.
Good day, mate.
Yeah, there it is. It fits maybe a little
Playing
bit.
Golf?
I was in Austria. I don't, huh?
They have golf in Austria?
Come on, where do you think? My name is Sepp. Where do you think he's from? And yeah, of course.
I thought he was from like Virginia.
Oh boy. Are we ready to take a break?
Yeah, are you?
No, I don't know. When you say Sepp Straka's from Virginia, then you're in trouble.
I don't know where Sepp Straka's from. I don't keep up with people. You do. That's your job. I'm the comic relief. You're supposed to be the factual golf person here.
That's okay. Okay.
I'm Tim. That's Johnny. We're from the Rough Rider on FanStream Sports. We're going to come back, talk about some odds, some of the players in the field who may or may not make the cut. It's all coming up right here after this.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to TurfLife.Club.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is TurfLife.Club.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out OrionGolf.com.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine, it's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new Fan Stream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7, day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more Fan Stream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on Fan Stream Sports, also known as around the world in the female community, Two Hot Golfers with Tim and John.
Who's Tim?
With IndyCarTim and Johnny Gerb.
Oh, is that the okay?
I don't know.
Who's Tim? Who's that guy sitting across from me at dinner?
My name is Jeff.
Yeah, my name is Seth.
My name is Sep. Great. Now I got to make a new drop. I don't know who that guy was.
I'm frozen up. As you start talking about that, I got froze up. Why'd you freeze me?
I thought you did that on purpose.
No, I didn't.
No, I think we're having some computer issues on your end because your camera was doing some weird stuff earlier too.
It can't be.
I think you need to clean some cache out of your memory and all that good stuff.
Give me a minute. Let me.
Well, don't do it now during the show.
Well, I'm locked up. My green part isn't even on. I'll call. Keep talking. You're doing good.
Oh, all right. Well, just like take yourself out and then bring yourself back in, like I tell my women to do all the time. Just go take yourself out and bring yourself back in, young lady. That's how we do things around here. But it is the British Open. Don't call it the Open because it's not. There's other ones of those. It is the British Open. And as we go over now some of the odds, the favorites, those who may or may not make the cut. Johnny just explained his reasons for Tiger Woods to make the cut. And even regardless of his flawless testimony, I'm going to say Tiger Woods will not make the cut at Royal Troon. Don't expect him to make the cut. Oh, look, there he is.
We're back. Welcome back.
God, I was panicking. I thought I was going to do the whole show by myself again.
We tried that once before. It didn't work.
No, I just got drunk the whole time. It just didn't work out very well.
It didn't work.
It didn't work out. All right, Johnny, let's go over some of our odds here for those to not just win top 10, top 20, all of that good stuff, but maybe just to make the cut. Of course, our favorite, as we mentioned, good God. Yes, he probably will win, but you cannot make any money on these guys. So don't even try. Just if you're going to bet on these guys, just don't bet. It's not even worth the time and the energy that it's going to take you to place your bet. Guys like Scotty and Rory, just why bother at 5-1 and 8-1? Why would you even bother?
Unless you just want pride. I mean, pride doesn't pay the bills, right? It just doesn't. So you're 100%. You're learning, right? You're learning there, little guy, that
Padawan,
how to do this in terms of, unless you're playing a one and done pool, which if you've already played a one and done pool, you've already used them up. I'm pretty sure, because that just goes to tell you don't know what you're doing. And you're just doing it for pride. And if you're doing like a pool, if you got to pick slots and all that, yeah, maybe. But in terms of like real betting and real handicapping, there's not a lot of value. We talk about value, where you go down the board in value. We rarely pick these types of guys. You wait down the list until there is value. That's what you do in these guys. And we're going to see that when we talk a little bit about the card. We're going to see that with one of our guys in our picks. It has extreme value, I think. and I really think has a great opportunity to win the tournament.
And as far as Scotty goes, yes, he is the massive favorite against 5-1. Rory's at 8-1. Man, I'm just not feeling things with Scotty this week. And I know that he's been the favorite for just about every tournament he's picked here over the last several months. I think we might be on the brink of something happening negatively with him in his game. And you know that I'm just not the greatest Scotty fan anyway. I just think he's boring. I had dubbed him the most boring player in all of professional golf until I saw Davis Thompson win, and then he's now supplanted Scotty Scheffler is the most boring player in all of golf.
Does that make you want to try to hit on his wife even more because he's that boring and she needs some excitement in her life? Is that what you're?
Yes, I do.
Oh God, take it off. Take it off, please.
What's up, baby?
Please. Please.
But man, look, I watched him play.
Hey, how you doing?
I watched him play, at Pinehurst, and there was just some weird things about it, how he handled some of the shots off the tee. Some real total randomness off the tee at Pinehurst.
Yeah.
And his history's kind of limited at Opens, and his history's not the best. And I know he's short odds and everything, but places like this, tournaments like this produce almost random winners, right? It is hardly ever the favorite that comes out on top at an Open anywhere because of the versatility of the players and just everybody that's there. So Scotty's not going to win. I'm just going to come out and say it.
So this is the tournament that's a prep and getting used and acclimating. Listen, these guys aren't flying Spirit going over there anymore. No. Listen, they got their own planes and they're getting acclimated a little bit easier what their preparation is. But certainly if you look at the past winners of the tournament, the last 6 years, the winner has come over there the week before and played in the Scottish Open. Right. So they're getting acclimated to the week before. Mm-hmm. They're getting used to the grass. There's a lot to kind of deal with. But like I said, these guys normally aren't, they're normally, they're not, like I said, they're not flying Southwest Spirit. They're pretty dialed in when they get there. But I agree. I think this is the tournament. If you need to have more prep work.
What are you doing to your camera?
I don't know. My camera. Looks like your camera's unplugged. I don't know. I gotta figure it out.
Just redo it. Just turn it off. Go to the software at the bottom. Hit stop cam, start cam.
There we go. Start cam. So.
You broke it.
Keep going. We'll try to get. I don't know what's going on my USB port. We'll figure it out. But keep going. Keep going.
Yeah. So, and we wanted to talk a little bit about. You touched on Tiger in the first segment of the show. He's played 13 majors since winning in 2019 at the Masters, but he's only finished those tournaments 5 times, and only 2 of those have happened since November 2020. And none of those have happened at Augusta. But of course, he's still a genius. He's still in shape. And as you mentioned, this is a much easier course for him to walk and to play than some of the others over here in the States. I still don't think he sneaks inside the cut. I don't see him playing during the weekend, maybe ever for the rest of his life.
70 in ties this week. Remember, 70 in ties.
No, I don't see him in the top 70 though. 70 or 72. Well, whatever. It's going to be the cut will determine that. Somebody I do like here at let's see, he is listed at 14-1. Again, not a huge opportunity to make a lot of money, but Ludwig Oberg at 14-1. Man, he's playing some really, really good golf right now. Like we predicted, a year ago that he'd be here with all these names. I kind of thought he'd have won by now, to be honest. But that's just a testament, I think, to the competitiveness of the courses that they play, of the players he's playing against, and that PGA Tour golf is really hard.
Golf is hard.
I don't care how well you played in college and how much you dominated the guys around you in college and at home before you came to Texas Tech. Dude, PGA Tour golf is hard, and that's kind of a testament to Scotty's success and those guys that have come onto the scene of late. But look at him and I hesitate to say the word struggles because he hasn't had struggles necessarily except for on Sundays.
Yeah.
He's been great on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. And when he's in contention on Sunday, it just something isn't clicking yet for him. And it's not so much that he's playing terribly, but he's not playing well enough to win. There's guys on Sunday that are also in contention that are playing better than him that will overtake him, on the final 9 or something. And that's where he's been. But one of these days, that won't be the case. I don't know if it's going to be the case this week, but he's getting close.
Well, you look at, those are fantastic points, but if you look at it, he's certainly, those are learning curves, getting in contention over and over to win a golf tournament. And like you said, it's not easy. It's very, very difficult. And the more you put yourself in that situation, the more you're going to learn. I think the experience him playing with Bryson, in that third round at the U.S. Open, I think it's going to be massive for him. But also you look like he's certainly for this for this tournament, and even the U.S. Open, he certainly has the mindset, and he has the kind of the testament in his how stoic a little bit he is, but it's still a little bit open. This is kind of the MO of the Swedish players. Last guy in 2016 who won this golf tournament, Henrik Stenson. So they have this mindset of being seemingly calm. If you look at Oberg, he doesn't seem to waver in terms of his emotional control, which I really like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So if you believe in karma, if you believe in, how things work in golf, which I'm a huge believer in golf gods, they will get you, they'll kick you in the ass, and they'll give you some, and they'll take some take some away from you also. So I really think he has the kind of makeup of what it's going to take to win this. And he's certainly on our card, and we'll talk about this when he has our pick. But last guy, 2016, that won this Royal Troon, kind of is the same type of guy. He's built in the same mold as Ludwig Oberg.
And a guy just ahead of Oberg in the odds, Xander at 13-1. Again, not a huge opportunity for money, but look for him. We'll get into our picks after the next break here, my picks that we laugh at, and then Johnny's picks that will make you money. But as I'm learning, how to make picks and learning from Johnny over the past 4 years we've been doing this, and looking at Xander, I don't call people a lock very often, but I think he's almost like a top 10 lock. And he's not on my card as that, but, he hasn't missed a cut at this event ever. 4 of his 6 open finishes have been inside the top 20. Add to that he's having the absolute best season of his career, like by far. He's finished in the top 15 across 6 consecutive events. I think he's an easy choice if you decide to go with him. But again, at 13-1, what's the value there?
Yeah, and also if you try to put him in your top 10, there's not a lot of value either. So I think the confidence him certainly winning the PGA Championship brought his confidence. Here's what I don't like. I think if it gets a little windy, I think he curves the ball a little bit too much. I love his creativity, but I don't think he chips it good enough. He can putt it okay. He's not the greatest putter in the world, but I don't think he chips it good enough. And I don't think he's creative enough in his chipping. And that's what you kind of have to have around this place. And that's a little bit where I'm worried about Oberg also. But Oberg hits it so good, and he doesn't curve the ball a lot, and especially if it gets windy. So if I have any little issue with Xander Schauffele, I don't think he's creative enough and used to chipping around this type of venue.
Exactly. And I will go here before we take the break and then get into our picks. I do have one prediction here for this tournament. As I went through the roster, as I went through the, just kind of the expectations and the odds here, I'm going to make kind of an outrageous prediction, as I do sometimes with the majors.
Sometimes
I make some odd predictions. I have a feeling that come Sunday, you're going to have an old soul in contention here. It could be, and I want to say old soul. Let's put the, like late 40s, maybe somewhere 45 and up.
40 to 45.
Like maybe Harrington, Darren Clark, God forbid Phil, Henrik Stenson, any of these guys. I think we're going to see a name like that somewhere at the top here, in within a couple of strokes in contention here as they enter the final 9 on Sunday. So
I think if anyone, it'd be Padraig Harrington. I really do. He certainly has the length, and he's crafty enough to kind of get in there. And like I said, you're not going to have to shoot 20. You're going to have to shoot at least 12, I think. And listen, man, the guy grew up on this type of golf. He loves it. And I like that. I think he's obviously over 45, but he's 52, 53. I think that fits that mold. It's not an overly long golf course, especially when they play it on the ground. And
7,300 yards?
7,300.
I think 7,300, yeah.
7,300 yards, par 71, which you hate. But that being said, you hate everything about this event. So we'll just put that in that little pot of what you hate when it comes over there.
But you know what? I'm going to watch it.
Of course you're going to watch it at 3 o'clock in the morning when it comes on. Exactly.
I may be up just having my last drink at 3 o'clock in the morning.
You'll just be coming in from
kicking whoever was here out of my room and just, you got to get out. I got to watch golf. It's my job, yo.
Yeah.
Get on out, girl. What I tell all of them. We're going to take a quick break here from the Rough Rider on FanStream Sports, talking British Open with you. If you would like to talk to us, if you want to be part of the show, you can use our studio text line 214-937-0569. Or if you are watching one of the video feeds here on Facebook, on FanStream Sports TV, which is our YouTube channel, or on the Twitter Xmosphere, you are certainly welcome to comment on the video portion, and we will see it and make you part of the show here. We'll come back with Johnny's picks to make you a winner. 2 of the last 3 weeks, he has picked your winner, if you've been paying attention. Looking to make it 3 of 4 here as they head over to Royal Troon. We'll be back after this.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the perfect temperature, and ensure your home is secure, all from the palm of your hand. Star Power has the experts that will transform your house into a secure, smart home. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Get started at GetStarPower.com. Star Power, where innovation meets home.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much, if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things to showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to TurfLife.Club.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that TurfLife.Club.com.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out OrionGolf.com. Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports.
Sorry, Scheffler.
On a Wednesday, which means, of course, it is Preview Wednesday. And we are previewing the 2024 British, don't call me the Open, British Open Championship at Royal Troon, teeing off at like I think it's still on Wednesday when they tee off, like Dallas time, right? It's like at 11:30 Dallas time.
Yeah, 11. Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. That's
It's
good.
12:35 Eastern. So yeah, it'll still be tonight when they tee off. I'll get to watch Justin Leonard tee off, Johnny.
I'm pretty sure you're not going to do that unless you just want to see him shank it and hit it. Oscar Bonavito on the first. I would love that.
Yeah, I would love to watch that.
What if he would do a Tom Brady and just top it?
God, that'd be so great.
It would.
You know, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback that's ever played professional football, right?
I'm a Tom Brady fan. I'm a huge Tom Brady fan.
I wasn't until he played for the Bucs, all right, because I hated the Patriots.
As a person, I like Tom Brady. And the reason I say that is just the people, I haven't had any interaction with Tom Brady, but the people that I know, one of my dearest friends in the world who is out at Pebble Beach, we're not doing names, loves Tom Brady. And she's
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, she's a straight shooter. I love you, Margot. I love you to death. And I hate to drop names, but you tell me great stories about Tom Brady and you tell me bad stories about other people. And you are 100% correct. She is. And 99 times out of 100, whatever she says, I just say, you're right, Margot. You're right.
Right.
And it's probably the smartest thing to do.
As you probably should.
Yep.
But, you know, people that are that successful, I don't care who you are. If you're that successful at something and you have that much money, the poor people like me just enjoy watching them fail at something, right? And if they can shank a golf ball off the tee and make them seem more human like me, then I'm all for that.
Why do you hate this week then? You should love this week at the British Open. You should love it because you're going to see guys shoot in the mid 80s if the weather gets bad. That's like what you do in a great day. In a great day, that's what you do.
My best day. By the way, I told you I played golf over the weekend.
Oh, you didn't tell me the result. Well, obviously you didn't play well because that'd have been the first thing you told me.
We haven't really talked. I shot an 81.
No, you didn't shoot 81.
I did shoot an 81.
Listen, you play 18 holes.
And I missed.
You should
I shot an 81 and I missed 2 6-foot par putts on the back nine. I could have broken 80.
No, stop.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed.
You sound like Tito now.
Oh, what does Tito shoot?
Oh, he's not good. He's not good. He's actually pretty good. He's actually a pretty good athlete, more so than you think he is.
Yeah.
But he just doesn't play or practice. His swing is actually really good. He just, he just has to play more. He plays 4 times a year.
And see, that's me. If I played, I feel like if I played every weekend, again, like you and I have had this discussion, I might try it anyway. I'm going to qualify for the Champions Tour.
So let's get into our picks. Be great.
Shuffler.
Because it was just so unrealistic. It's not funny.
I'm going to do it. You just wait.
They don't allow you to do that. They won't.
Yeah, I'll just go, hey, you look important, Marshall person. I brought my clubs. I'm teeing off right now. Put my name up on that score. Look, I brought my own name. Here's a card with my name. Just put it up there on that scoreboard. Yeah. Oh, they're all digital now, aren't they?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Here's how you spell my name. Timm Hamm.
2 M's, 2 M's.
2 M's, 2 M. Now they'll just put IndyCarTim. They won't even use my real name.
Yeah, that'll work.
You're gonna see on the score on the screen up there, IndyCarTim space plus like 17.
It's gonna say ICT.
Yeah.
ICT plus 28.
Plus 28.
And
I'll be right behind Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
And Justin Leonard. Idiot. Well, let's get into our picks and predictions, shall we, Johnny, here for Royal Troon. And look, again, I joke a lot about hating golf over there, and I do. I hate links type golf, which is what a lot of that is over there, St. Andrews and all of that. Royal Troon is a little different to me because it's got more trees than what most do over there. Like, it looks more like a course that's here. It's not quite as hilly as we have some over here, but it's a beautiful course. I do have a problem with the par 71. I think the length is great, though. It's longer than a lot of courses are over there because a lot of them were built for midgets in the 1700s that are only 5'4".
Can you say midget?
And they only hit the ball 80 yards at a time. So, the course has got to be 5,200 yards. And I'd like to play a 5,200-yard course, come to think of it.
You still couldn't break 100.
Sure, dude. I've never not broken 100.
Yeah, that's what you keep saying.
I keep saying it. It's still true.
When I get there next month, we'll test your theory.
Let's do it. Better go hit some golf balls. Oh, you know what the key to my success is recently, right?
You have to wear a collared shirt.
I do, and I have to tuck my shirt in at Brookhaven.
Yeah,
which I do, and they almost made me wear pants though because my legs were so white.
Yeah, the obese steaks.
Oh my gosh, dude! I gotta get a tan. I need to find some tanning lotion or something. But no, it's the Srixons. I'm hitting Srixon balls and I'm hitting Srixon clubs. And you know what? One of your little tailor-made wedges saved my butt.
Mm-hmm.
Over the week. Yeah, your little tailor-made wedges the 57. I think it's a 57 degree that I used.
Well, I don't know where you got 57 because I certainly wouldn't give you that. It's
what is it?
It's either 58 or 60.
58. That's 58.
There you go. You sound like Nancy Gerber making up names and stuff.
Well, you gave me 3 of them. I don't even know what the other one was.
It's either 52, 56, and 60 or 52, 54, 58.
Well, I'll figure that out for now. You sound like you're describing the measurements of my ideal woman.
So far off there. So anyways, yes, the Troon, Royal Troon. It's the cool part when you get through 10 and 11, they got that railway there, and
right.
You'll see it. It's a really cool part. So the cool part is so you have 6 is going to be the longest hole in British Open Championship history at like 640.
Yeah,
and then you have 8 is going to be the shortest. It's going to play 120, and the
640 yard. That's a par 7, right?
Par 5.
Jeez. Well, they'll hit there too.
The 120 yard hole is going to play harder than the par 5. Trust me when I tell you that. It does. It plays like the 5th or 6th hardest hole in the tournament
because of the pin placement,
and just the severity of the green.
Yeah,
I mean, and it's one of the cool parts, quirkiest parts, however you want to call it. And in the 10 and 11 with the trains going by is really cool, and you really have some really cool intricacies on that really golf course. It's a cool place, man. It really it's for links golf. You're right. You said it right. It's not your typical links.
Mm-hmm.
It is links, but it's not like straight just bunkers and no rough and hit it and go and blah blah blah. But like St. Andrews,
right?
Yeah, it's a cool place. You're gonna see a cool tournament.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, if I was to somehow make a trip over there for some reason that I can't still to this day imagine why I would ever go over there. But if I was, and I was given an opportunity to play golf somewhere, anywhere over there, I would pick, and again, I don't know that I would pick it first, but I would pick Royal Troon over St. Andrews any day.
Yeah, I agree. No, 100%.
All right, Johnny, let's get into our picks here, and we'll go over my dartboard picks first. And I had a surprise for you on there when I sent it to you. I'm sure it gave you a little giggle. We only texted back and forth, but I could hear you giggle a little bit.
It's funny. Good for you. You do this when he's in the field. I love it.
So we'll go backwards here. My dartboard picks for the 152nd British Open at Royal Troon. My top 20, Johnny, at plus 20,000 with the little emoticon guy with the hands over his eyes. John Daly.
So great.
If I had money, I would make this bet. I'd put $20 on John Daly.
A better bet would just bet him to make the cut.
To make the cut, yeah.
He's got to be like plus 500.
To make the cut, John Daly is, as I have those kind of in front of me here. My name is John.
My name is JD.
John Daly to make. Oh, there are no odds for him to make or miss the cut.
He's off the board. Yeah,
he's off the board.
That means he was higher than like. So when you take it off the board, there might be an opportunity,
right,
for him to make the cut.
He's listed 20,000 to 1. He's 4,000 to 1 for a top 5 and 2,500 to 1 to make a top 10. So there you go. My top 10 though. And man, I saw his number to win, and it blew me away that it was this low or high, however you want to say it. It was that the number was that high. Louis Oosthuizen was like plus 110 or something ridiculous to win, but I got him at plus 450 in a top 10.
Does he even play golf anymore?
He hasn't lost any strokes to the field in a tournament since February.
He hasn't played.
And he's sat, well, of course he's played. He's
Live,
playing live golf.
Exactly, he hasn't played.
Right. But, you know, he's won the Open Championship or the British Open before. But that was in St. Andrews, and it was a freaking, 15 years ago. But, man, I don't know. It seemed ridiculous to me that it was that low. And then my winner, Johnny boy, take note to everyone, because Johnny says I only ever pick favorites. I've got Tony the Finale. I don't know if that's an approved nickname. At 50-1.
Not bad.
50-1.
Not bad. He finally did something where you create some value. And
always create value.
I just, that's a long way to go for his 14 kids to go over there and watch him play golf. So I don't know if he has so many duties when it comes to that. Not bad. Well, thank God you didn't pick anybody on our board, because obviously last week was a disaster when
that was your fault.
We picked three of the same people you picked all three people was on our card, and we will certainly blame you for it.
It was JP's fault for betting it.
Cashing the yeah, he is the mush.
He's the mush.
He is. And JP, I know you're watching, so bet the card. Don't forget. Don't go out and do whatever you do. Bet the card. Bet it now, because you're not going to be able to bet it in like 2 hours.
He won't be in any shape to bet anything in a couple of hours. There's no doubt.
Bet the card.
Well, let's get into Johnny's winning picks, as we do each and every week at this time on Wednesdays. As Johnny's picks brought to you by Orion Golf, pioneers in golf management solutions. Golf facilities management. They can manage your staff for you, manage products and things like that in your pro shop, or just the whole dang thing. Go over to OrionGolf.com. Check out what they can do for you today. Orion Golf. Thank you, Orion Golf. Johnny, who's on your card?
Yeah, after a lackluster performance, because Tim and JP, thank you guys, gooned us last week. We like our card this week. I like Ludwig Abert at 16-1, sitting in that first spot. If you look at him, I think he's created a lot of experience playing in his experience with playing with Brooks Koepka. I mean, not Brooks Koepka. I see him on our card with
right.
Bryson DeChambeau. Mm-hmm. Bryson DeChambeau in the U.S. Open. He's playing with him actually the first two rounds, so he's not going to be so overwhelmed when it comes to that. But I like him. I like how he's playing. Last time, like we said, 2016, another Swedish guy, Henrik Stenson, won the tournament. I think he has the same mindset and the same makeup to get with his experience at 16-1. I like him there. Brooks Koepka, 30-1. Is this a spot for Brooks Koepka or not? You look at a guy that's just sitting in the weeds like a lion, sitting there. Have you heard one thing about Koepka? I have not heard one thing. We at the beginning of the week we saw him at 50-1. He got bet down to about 40, and you can find a place to get him at 35-1. I got him at 30 I shopped him around, but I got him at 30. I love him no matter what. I wasn't going to play him if he got under 30, but is this a spot for him? I mean, it's just, he's loving it right now. He's licking his chops at 30-1. Wyndham Clark at 60-1 after a great performance last week. Oh, well, a solid performance, not great. I think his mindset's a little bit different. We talked a lot about Wyndham Clark, maybe a month or so ago, how kind of on the golf course he was kind of just wasn't in a good place. You could see him complain a lot. He's bad shots, and I don't know whether that's the expectations or what was going on with him, but I like him in this spot with great value at 60-1. He's used to playing these conditions. He grew up in Oregon, so this is not really going to bother him, the cold, wet, windy conditions. So I like him here with this great value at 60-1. Ham sandwich pick this week, as always, Corey Connors at 70-1. This is a second shot golf course. Second shot golf course is moving to Corey Connors as he's one of the best ball strikers on the PGA Tour with his irons. I think he solidified himself certainly on the President's Cup team, but I think he wants to build some momentum for the President's Cup team. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of Canadians play well that might not be on that team already, that might be a pick. Maybe the Adam Hadwins, the Mackenzie Hughes, the Taylor Pendress. Look at these guys that have some good performance to get some points, to get up in those spots to get picked for the President's Cup that is playing in Montreal. So look for the Canadians to play well, but I really like the cream of the crop at 70-1, Corey Connors. 2 top 10 picks this week as always. Hideki Matsuyama at plus 425. Great in the majors. Likes playing over here. Has some great success. I thought there was great value. I don't think he wasn't playing well enough to put him in our winner spot, but I really like him in that top 10 pick. It's not going to be overwhelmingly windy. He does hit the ball high, so it's not going to be 30-mile-an-hour winds. So I like him at 425. The new two-glove guy, Aaron Rye at plus 500. You talk about a guy that's a mutter. This is the guy that you want. He hasn't won yet. Great performance last week, coming off a 63 in the Scottish Open. He won the Scottish Open 3 years ago. He likes this type of golf. Great value there at plus 500 to finish in the top 10. 2 top 20 picks this week. Alex Noren at plus 280. You get these type of this guy always pops up in major championships. He doesn't hit a lot of foul balls. He's a great ball striker. He hits a heavy ball. A heavy ball pierces through the wind. And it's going to be windy on the weekend. The first couple of days is going to be pretty easy with the wind switching. But I like him on the weekend to jump in that spot. He's not going to make a lot of mistakes to jump in that top 20. And a little flyer.
He's one of these guys that we were talking about that's a little bit up there in age, right? I know he's not in his late 40s, but early 40s, right? That could be a factor.
I think you're off in your number in Dean Biermeister. I think I had him at 345. I think that's a typo.
Could I not just read your writing? It's probably
We'll blame me. Certainly, for sure. But a lot of people, this tournament always lends to somebody, and Tim said you had a great point, one of the elder statesmen to play well, but it also brings in the field maybe guys that are just a casual golf fan that you might maybe never heard of. And Dean Biermeister certainly fits that category. He won on the LIV Tour a few weeks ago. Not a lot of merit there, but South Africans have a tendency to play very well in the Open Championship. They have a great track record. He hits the ball as one of the longest guys that plays golf on tour with the driver, but he's also one of the longest guys with his irons. So even though it might take his power out of his hands, he can hit some of these irons off tees and maybe 3-woods where a lot of guys can have to squeeze it down with driver. So I thought there was some really good value with Dean Biermeister at plus 345. If you can find him at 345, even at 245, jump him in that spot. So that's
hang on. Actually, that's 345 is wrong too, because I just found your actual pick.
What was it?
It's right here as we just put it on the screen.
425. Okay,
so
yeah,
that's 425. Right. Yeah, my apologies.
425. Yeah, 425. Yeah, 425. So that is your fault. So there you go.
Well, I mean, I did send it to you to proof, to look at, to check, and you said it looks good.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I do that, by the way, because I'm not perfect. I'm perfect at most everything. Not perfect at everything.
I think you posted it correctly on the websites, but I think you posted it wrong when we sent it in.
Well, that's what I posted was that picture. So it's
425. 425. Get him in there. Everybody knows if you're following us, which you should. If you're not, then you're just losing money. If you're not following, you're not winning. That's our motto, and we've proven that the last few weeks. So hey, everybody, enjoy the British Open. I love this week. I'm going to be, took a couple of days off from our golf schools here in Kansas City to watch. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we certainly will have our matchups early on Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, we will for sure. And if we don't, I'll let everybody know, because if there's, Johnny doesn't just do the matchups just because he feels good about himself, because he makes the picks, makes the bets too. So if he doesn't like something, he won't do it just for fun. And I'll blast out if that's ever the case on Saturday and Sunday, just so you guys think we forgot or we're not doing it. But
nope.
But so that's going to be the show. We want to give a special thanks to Turf Life, to Orion Golf, to Golf Central Magazine, and of course to DSP Media, FanStream Sports. All of those lovely people out there that help us make this possible. Special thanks to Johnny for carving out an hour of his busy day to do this show and to share his picks with us. And special thanks to me for making things funny, because that's what I do. That's what I do around here.
Sure.
I got to go back and watch some more Modern Family over here behind me, because that's what I do. But we'll be back Monday. No show Monday? Probably not. You probably
There's a show Monday, but no show Wednesday to prefer the 3M. We won't have a Monday show, but we'll have a Monday, no Wednesday show. No Wednesday show.
Oh, so we're no preview then for the 3M.
3M. We'll do plenty of, we'll preview it, and we'll preview a little bit on Monday. We do both. We'll do that both.
As we recap the British Open. So we'll be back on Monday, 5 p.m. Central Time, on fanstreamsports.com, live on the app, on our YouTube channel, on Facebook, on X, on Instagram, and on, I don't know, wherever crap I forgot. We'll be back. Y'all check it out, and we'll tweet out the matchups here on Saturday and Sunday. So look for those. Follow us on social media, at IndyCarTim, at J Gerber PGA Pro. Until Monday, boys and girls, y'all keep hitting them straight.